So you're thinking about buying, selling, investing, or maybe moving to Big Sky, Montana? Well, that's exactly what I'm going to cover in this video. We're actually going to dive into my computer. We're going to look at Google Maps so you can get a bigger picture and a better feel of Big Sky as a whole, learn a little bit more about what it's all about here. And then I'm going to be showing you, of course, neighborhoods, proximity to the airport. We're going to be looking, of course, around the resort itself, as well as, more of that outdoor adventure. If you haven't seen it yet, be sure to check out my last video where I did a vlog tour of the area. We got a real peek around the resort, checked out a few different homes and some different price ranges, so you can get an idea of what's out here and what's available. It's a little bit different than people might expect who haven't lived in that sort of community before. And be sure to stick around to the end of the video because I am going to cover something that is really specific to resort town life here in Big Sky. So let's get after it right now. If this is your first time to the channel and you want to know everything there is to know about living in Big Sky, Montana and the surrounding areas here in Southwest Montana, like Bozeman, Livingston, and Ennis and Three Forks, then be sure to subscribe below and tap the bell for notifications so you can be the first to know about the current market here in Big Sky, Montana. My name is Hallie. I'm a local real estate agent and I get calls, texts, and emails every single day from people just like you looking to make their move here in beautiful Southwest Montana, and I absolutely love it. Whether you're looking to buy or sell or invest in 9 days or 90 days, just give me a call, shoot me a text, or send me an email, and I would be honored to help you find your place here in Big Sky and the surrounding areas in Southwest Montana. All my information is in the description below. So let's get right into it and first take a look at the town of Big Sky and the area as a whole. So right here, you'll see what is considered Big Sky, Montana. It is about 45 miles south of Bozeman, Montana, right over here. So a pretty straight shot south on Highway 191. And then, of course, if we zoom in just a little bit from the town of Big Sky, you're going to head up Highway 64 here, and that gets you to Big Sky Resort. So if we zoom back out here and head back over here to Belgrade, this is where the airport is found, Yellowstone International Airport, about a 50-mile or hour to an hour and a half drive on Highway 191 following the Gallatin River, which you can see here along that road. Now, they maintain this road really, really well. Typically there are snow plows and everything going through in the winter, of course, but it is still a road that I would exercise caution driving on at any point because there's typically going to be packed snow or ice in these tighter parts of the canyon especially, and there's always a chance for animals on the side of the road, that sort of thing. So it's definitely a road to still be cautious about, and there is going to be a section through here in the canyon where there's very little to no cell service. So keep that in mind as well. So before we jump into Big Sky, the town itself right over here, I did want to talk a little bit more about this canyon. So there's some absolutely phenomenal rock climbing and of course camping, as well as whitewater rafting and some amazing trailheads along the way. Lava Lake trailhead right here. So here it says Spire Rock Campground. This is the actual mountain here. It's an absolutely phenomenal hike. A lot of people here know it as Castle Rock or Storm Castle, and absolutely phenomenal views and a really, really cool spot in the canyon there as well. And of course, there's a little bit of lodging here along the way, some really cute little cabins and things as you are headed towards Big Sky. And I don't want to forget, of course, the amazing fishing that can also happen on the Gallatin River in addition to that whitewater rafting. So if we dive in here closer now, we're heading south again towards Big Sky, the town. So looking more closely at the town of Big Sky, you'll see most or a lot of the homes, especially the businesses, are tucked here in this small valley area with the golf course right here. Now you'll also see right over here here, the Yellowstone Club. This is the world's only members-only ski and golf community. You can learn more about the community, the mountain, and the lifestyle at YellowstoneClub.com, but you can expect a pretty spectacular experience with the Warren Miller Lodge and the unbelievable custom homes and exclusive prices on this private mountain. It's absolutely gorgeous. You'll also see the Spanish Peaks Mountain Club, which is a private club as well, with access to skiing at Big Sky Resort and the newly built Montage Hotel, which features residences, guest rooms, and suites, 5 restaurants, a spa, a bowling alley, and a game room. Pretty spectacular area there as well. And of course, you can see some of the golf course surrounding it also. So I pointed out a couple of the different golf courses already, but I wanted to dive into that a little bit more closely. Absolutely phenomenal golfing in the area. There is the Reserve at Moonlight over closer to the mountain. We've got the Spanish Peaks Mountain Club right here, a private golf course over here at the Yellowstone Club as well, and of course Big Sky Resort's golf course right in the town of Big Sky, which in the winter also has some phenomenal Nordic ski trails and everything there. So you can take advantage of that open space both in the summer and winter. Just to point out the Reserve over here at Moonlight, that golf course is way up here on the north side of the mountain. So focusing more on this town of Big Sky, there is some absolutely amazing dining, boutique shopping, as well as a newly opened thrift store. And a few places that I wanted to highlight, of course, are the Blue Moon Bakery, the Hungry Moose Market and Deli, with some fabulous baked goods and a really amazing deli. There's actually another Hungry Moose up at the mountain itself that I'll point out for you as well. And then Grizzly Outfitters, which is, locally owned outdoor sporting goods store. Absolutely phenomenal shop there as well. And then of course we have Usul and Spur Pizza Company, with fabulous pizza, and Lotus Pad, which has really great Thai food as well. Google Maps clearly needs to get an updated satellite image here, because this has all been built out as well, with the Residence Inn by Marriott called the Wilson already having been built here, fairly new of course. And then there are some other businesses in the area as well that this isn't showing. Now, right here, Len Hill Park and the Big Sky Ice Rink, of course, great spot here. In the summer, Len Hill Park is where Music in the Mountains is held every Thursday night. Absolutely wonderful musicians, and they park food trucks out here. And of course, you're close to some other dining and shopping as well. So really wonderful community events and things happen right here in Len Hill Park. And then as we move down the road here, there's one other area with some businesses and things just past the golf course here that I wanted to point out. Of course, we've got Michelangelo's of Big Sky, which is a wonderful Italian, fine dining restaurant, various builders, of course. And then moving down the highway just a little ways here, of course, we've got a little marker here for Beehive Basin Brewery. Wonderful, really great craft beer made right here in the area. And of course, the Big Sky Medical Center, which is part of Bozeman Health, a network out of Bozeman, of course. So that's been newly built as well in the past few years. Overall, Big Sky is a fairly small town with just around or just over maybe 3,000 residents. Being that it's a resort town, there are certainly some that have second homes here, or who either rent them out or only occupy them for part of the year. So it is most definitely a town centered around tourism. Big Sky is considered the base camp to Yellowstone as well, because it's about a 45-minute drive, maybe closer to an hour in winter, to West Yellowstone, which is one of the entrances to Yellowstone National Park. And it's an absolutely beautiful drive there as well. So if you head back down here, down Highway 64, back onto 191, you'll see a few other businesses along this highway. But more importantly, this is how you get to Yellowstone National Park via West Yellowstone, right in here. So coming back towards Big Sky Resort, as we move from the town of Big Sky up towards the resort right over here, it is absolutely worth mentioning Lone Mountain Ranch, which is an incredible Nordic ski center with amazing trails all around, of course with some lodging, as well as these amazing sleigh ride dinners in the winter where you get in a horse-drawn carriage and head out and have an incredible multi-course meal. So definitely something worth checking out there. So sitting at the base of Lone Peak here, which is towering over the area at 11,167 feet in elevation, the resort has 38 lifts and 322 runs, some of which you can see here indicated on the map. There's a wide range of beginner to intermediate to advanced and very advanced runs right off the peak here. The resort has 2 new state-of-the-art lifts, the most technologically advanced in the country, with a lot of plans for the future, including a new tram to the peak here, which you can learn more about on bigskyresort.com as well. There are a lot of amazing homes and lodging right off the mountain, both in the mountain village right in here, as well as on the north side, which is called Moonlight Basin. So Big Sky used to be 2 resorts, Moonlight Basin and Big Sky, and since they combined forces nearly 10 years ago, I think, the resort now has over 5,800 acres of skiable terrain, and Moonlight still has a private club and restaurant for members, however, but the ski terrain is now all a part of Big Sky. So the Moonlight Lodge is right over here on the north side, near some other lodging as well, right off of the slopes and lifts there, as you can see. A couple other things that I just wanted to touch on while we're on the map in this area, of course, was that reserve at Moonlight Basin, that golf course up here, as well as the dog sledding experience that you can check out here if you're ever visiting the area or that's something you want to check out, and Beehive Basin Trailhead, which is absolutely phenomenal, one of the most incredible hikes in the entire area. Now, while I'm mentioning golfing and hiking and the like, of course, Big Sky has a lot to offer in the summer as well. Tons of adventure, outdoor experiences, mountain biking, zip lining, hiking, lots more. So definitely a really cool area, not just in the winter. The primary job opportunities in the area are, of course, mostly centered around tourism, home builders, things like that, but also tech with Bozeman not too far away. And then with the concept of work from home becoming more and more accepted, being able to work where you want to work, perhaps out of state, and living where you want is something that more and more people are taking advantage of. So as far as schools go, I did want to point out that the area has gained a public high school just in the last several years, and there is 1 public elementary school and 1 public middle school as well. Now, I do want to talk a little bit more about homes and properties and the opportunities there. Now, there's a wide variety of options, from condos and townhomes on the golf course here in town to slopeside cabins up on the mountain, and larger custom homes with gated communities, and all of these which may be used in a variety of ways, from vacation rentals to permanent residences, depending, of course, on what your needs are. There are several great developments around town and between the resort and the town, as well as the Gallatin Canyon itself. Housing can actually be a bit scarce, but the investment opportunities in a place like Big Sky are incredible, as the demand has remained quite high. So let's jump in and take a look at some market statistics as well as some homes. So you'll see the median sales price year to date in 2022 is just under $2 million. The median price per square foot is $807. Now, this is for single family residences, condos, and townhomes in the greater Big Sky area. And of course, these are compared to last year. So things are still definitely growing. A few less homes have sold this year compared to last year, but the overall median price is up, as well as that price per square foot. So let's take a look at a few homes that are currently on the market here in Big Sky. Now, this is going to be, again, homes, townhomes, and condos. So if we zoom in here closer to the golf course, I know there's some really fabulous condos currently available. This one, for instance, is a 2-bed, 3-bath, almost 2,200 square foot condo available in Big Sky right now, just off of the golf course. You'll see some phenomenal views, of course, wonderful fireplace, small condo, but a really lovely spot near town as well. So if we go back to our map here and zoom out a little bit, we can also look at a few things here along the way, on the way up to Big Sky. Here is another condo, a 3-bed, 3-bath, 2,400 square foot home here between the town of Big Sky and the resort itself. So another really lovely location right there tucked in the mountains. It looks like an absolutely wonderful updated condo that was built just in 2021. Now, to look at a couple of single family homes or larger, custom homes as well here. This is a 3-bed, 4-bath, 3,778 square foot home listed at 3.25. It looks absolutely gorgeous here, a very Montana aesthetic with those log banisters and everything. And this one was built in 1998. So another lovely option along the way up to Big Sky. Now, of course, we've got to look at a couple of properties that are considered slope side, right off of the slopes. A wonderful spot here. This amazing custom home right off of, with lift access and ski access at the resort, was built in 2000. It is a 5-bed, 5-bath, 4,200 square foot custom home, and it is absolutely stunning with these amazing views and wonderful picture windows here, of course. And you can just get a feel for what this area and what the beauty of these mountains really is here. Now, of course, something absolutely worth touching on here is that there are sometimes opportunities at the resort itself to own, a studio, a private studio like Ski Suite, where you can ski right out of the hotel onto the slopes right here in the base area, or at the summit, something even larger, potentially a 1-bedroom or 2-bedroom. There's some amazing opportunities there with great income potential as well. So definitely something to keep in mind. But you can see the overall feel of, what the properties are like, what kind of things to expect here. We can take a look at this one here. Absolutely spectacular, $18 million home worth taking a look at here. Log cabin style with a big wraparound deck. This one was built in 2001. It is an 8-bed, 9-bath home. I believe this one is in a gated community. So there's some really phenomenal custom homes, as well as some of the simpler condos and the like down here in the town of Big Sky. Quite a wide variety there. And then, of course, we've got some of these homes and opportunities right off of the slopes as well. As you probably saw in some of the photos, amongst those homes, the views here are like no other. Many people compare the mountains here to those in Europe, and the skiing and outdoor adventure opportunities are endless. It really does not surprise me that more and more people are discovering Big Sky and all it has to offer, no matter what season. That being said, it is absolutely something to consider the seasons. Summer is somewhat short, with the elevation of Big Sky being around 7,000 feet or maybe a little bit higher, especially up in the base area at the resort. And of course, we're tucked in the mountains. So it goes without saying that winter is clearly spectacular, but it can be quite cold at times. If you're curious, be sure to check out my recent video on winter here in Southwest Montana as a whole to give you a big picture of what it's all about. So one thing that's kind of unique to resort town life here in Big Sky is that we experience shoulder seasons, as it's known to many around here. In the spring and fall, the tourism tends to die down a little bit as the resort is closed, as it transitions between, summer activities to skiing, and then from skiing back into summer activities, of course. Overall, I hope that gives you a really good idea of the area of Big Sky as a whole, as well as the magnitude of the mountains and the beauty of everything out here. There are definitely some incredible homes and amazing opportunities for property ownership here in Big Sky. And if it is something you're interested in, please be sure to give me a call, shoot me a text, or send me an email, and I would be honored to help you find your place here in Big Sky. And until next time, I hope to see you out there.